Thank you for joining us. I'm Erica Lopez here with 9 News at noon. We start with news out of Adams County. This morning, a woman was sentenced after her toddler died of fentanyl poisoning. Nicole Cassius will spend 22 years in the Department of Corrections after her guilty plea. Police officers responded to her home in Brighton in January of 2022 after her 22-month-old daughter, Aviana Montoya, was found unresponsive and not breathing. An autopsy revealed she had 10 times the amount of fentanyl needed to kill an adult in her system. In April, the child's father, Alonzo Montoya, was convicted on 5 charges and sentenced to 40 years in prison. Cassius pled guilty to child abuse and resulting in death and possession with intent to distribute fentanyl. New this noon, in the last hour, U.S. Senator Bob Menendez was convicted of accepting bribes. He was convicted of all charges, including bribery and acting as a foreign agent for Egypt. The prosecutor said the New Jersey Democrat abused his power by protecting allies from criminal investigations. They also said he used his power to enrich associates and himself. Menendez did not testify in his defense. He insisted he was only doing his job. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is calling for Menendez to resign. Now to an update on a story we brought you as breaking news this morning. Sky 9 flew over a fire that started at a Dennys at Union and 6th Avenue in the Lakewood area. West Metro Fire says an accidental grease fire started in the kitchen. That fire then spread to the attic. There is extensive damage to the kitchen and the attic space. Everyone there did make it out safely with no injuries. And right now we are taking a live look out at Glenwood Springs, where it is looking absolutely gorgeous out there. Makes you want to get in the water, right? Still on the warmer side, but of course way cooler than the weekend, and that cooling trend is going to continue. Back here in Denver, today's temperatures will be again pretty beautiful to get out and enjoy. Of course, we've got another rain chance this afternoon as well. We've got our 9 News Weather Impact Team meteorologist Chris Bianchi with us to talk about everything. There's always a lot with Colorado weather.
There's always something going on.
You
you want transparency? My favorite thing about Colorado is the weather, and I'm a meteorologist. I think it's weather heaven.
It keeps you busy.
It keeps me busy. There's always something going on with the weather, as you said, exactly right here. And that's something for today. Cooler temperatures and also some fairly widespread showers and storms for us. And hopefully here, folks, Erica, let's keep our fingers crossed. We need the rain because it's been real dry, really dry of late over the last 2.5 months. But starting to see those clouds off the distance, those little kind of cotton ball looking clouds. That's an indicator that we're looking at some more active weather here over the next little while. Highs today right around 90 degrees. Some isolated afternoon, I should say more than isolated, scattered afternoon storms, but notably cooler for us. Already in the mid-80s for us here in Denver, near 90 in a few spots for us here on the Eastern Plains. And we are starting to see those first showers and storms flare on up for us here into the mountains and down to the foothills. Seeing some lightning strikes to be out by Conifer Bailey on the 285 corridor as we head south and west out of Denver. And then closer look in here at the metro. Got this little storm out this way, out into, say, Roxborough Park. That's tracking its way towards Douglas County. So if you're joining us from Castle Rock, you could get some gusty winds, a little bit of hail here in the next few minutes. Meantime, these storms will be mainly over the next couple of hours, then they'll clear on out. And we've got more storms ahead for tomorrow and much cooler temperatures this upcoming weekend. Of details on that coming up in my full forecast in a few minutes.
Law enforcement sources say investigators haven't found evidence suggesting a political or ideological motive in the attempted assassination of former President Trump. A victim and the shooter are dead, and Trump has an injured ear. That's despite breaking into the suspect's phone, searching his room, and interviewing people who knew him. The Secret Service director says local police were in the building when the suspect fired from the roof. The Fraternal Order of Police president is blaming, quote, the management or command level for Trump getting shot in the ear. A former White House physician examined him. He thinks Trump can heal without surgery. Authorities say the gunman, the Secret Service, and a Butler Township police officer all fired weapons at the rally. As we take a live look outside of our station here, right over Spear and Logan, where we can see flags in Colorado are at half-staff to honor the innocent man shot and killed at the Trump rally. Corey Comparatori, a volunteer firefighter and father of 2, died during the attempted assassination of former President Trump. 2 men were hurt in the shooting, David Dutch and James Copenhaver. Dutch served in the Marine Corps. He had 2 surgeries after being shot in the liver and chest. The FBI is still working to figure out the shooter's motive. Sources told NBC News his father called police after the shooting, worried that his son and his rifle were missing. Trump announced his running mate on Monday. He picked Ohio Senator J.D. Vance. The 39-year-old was elected to the Senate in 2022. Vance served in the Marine Corps, graduated from The Ohio State University, and is a Yale Law School graduate. Vance is also a former Trump critic who once said Trump might be, quote, America's Hitler, and said anyone who voted for Trump is an idiot. As Trump rose to power, Vance had a change of heart, becoming one of his biggest defenders. Right now, health officials say there are 5 cases of bird flu in humans here in our state. The state health department says all 5 cases are in workers at a commercial egg layer operation in northeast Colorado. The CDC has confirmed 4 of those cases. The 5th right now is pending confirmation. The workers all had mild symptoms, including pink eye, and were not hospitalized. Health officials say it is safe to eat properly handled and cooked poultry products. Coming up today on 9 News at 4 o'clock, our Kevin Vaughn is speaking with egg producers about the impact the bird flu will have on your egg prices. Hall of Fame running back Terrell Davis says he was handcuffed and questioned by the FBI after a United Airlines flight attendant accused Davis of hitting him. The Bronco Ring of Famer posted about the experience on Instagram, saying it happened on Saturday when he was flying from Denver to Orange County, California, with his wife and 3 children. Davis says he wanted to ask the flight attendant for some ice for his son. He says he lightly tapped the flight attendant's arm, and the flight attendant shouted, "Don't hit me." When the plane landed, the pilot told everyone to stay seated while FBI agents handcuffed Davis and escorted him off the plane. No charges were filed. The FBI described Davis as cooperative and says he is released to continue his travels. United Airlines says they reached out to Davis's team to apologize and remove that flight attendant from duty while they are investigating.